Hello everybody, we are back. We are here to do another segment of Storytellers Newscast. This is our second time filming this. Just so you know. So I'm going to explain why we are refilming this. So first of all, the problem was that I looked like I had a mild case of Ebola. And that my dog died in the process. That was number one. Ebola. Second of all, Kelly disappeared somehow. She had to leave for some reason. Disappearing act!
I hit my head! Help me!
And then we lost her. We couldn't find her. And then finally we have Kelly back here.
Baby survived!
Oh.
And then there's just another crisis that we just simply could not ignore. It was terrible. It was terrifying. It was heart-wrenching.
Meghan, we have a problem.
Molly.
No one went to the store yesterday, so we have absolutely no milk in the house.
And then right after that, as soon as we were done, Josiah slipped on a pair of sunglasses, put on a leather coat, hopped into a black sports car, and then drove away.
Sounds about right.
We don't know why this is. My theory is that he is a secret agent, but we don't know. We do have a news piece on Defy Media and the lawsuits that have been thrown in their faces. Well, metaphorically speaking. And we're going to discuss that later on. So, the first piece of news is Hero is announcing their crew, and our very own Christopher, who is the CEO of Storytellers, is the casting director for the short film. We did an interview with the director, Elijah Perry. He is the creator of the month. Check out the interview to learn more about the film, Elijah himself, and hear the amazing story of how the funding came all together last minute. Hero is about a girl, her father, and a legacy to remember. This film follows the life of a girl named Grace growing up with her dad and brother in the 21st century.
Aether Media started a new web series called Aether. Let me tell you what it's about. Tyler and Bernadette both desperately want to be included in a closed beta of the upcoming VR MMORPG Aether, but you have to earn your spot. They won't just let you in. Yes. Homework and family obligations keep getting in their way.
SC Treehouse, the parent company of Storytellers, is working on launching a new online store for creatives. It would resemble kind of like a B&H photo and video kind of store, selling a lot of the same products, and it is set to launch in March. So it's coming up. And the reason they're doing this is that they want to, quote, continue to provide the tools creators need to develop and tell excellent stories. But they want to give them a place to purchase tools and equipment where they know that the money is going to support the Christian entertainment industry and not like a mega corporation where they don't really know where, you know, what they stand for, you know, that kind of thing. SC Treehouse's goal, I guess, is to eventually move this under the care of Storytellers and hopefully eventually start providing affordable rent options. So, equipment, on the way.
Defy Media has been accused of not paying their YouTube creators and their employees. One YouTuber also accused Defy Media of withholding the creators' money to make their company look more attractive to investors. Defy Media, if you don't know what that is a multi-channel network, also known as an MCN. These networks were created to help YouTubers.
And MCM's purpose is to give YouTubers copyright protection and protection against false claims from movie studios and so forth, for like when they use clips from movies and stuff like that.
When a YouTuber signs on to an MCN, YouTube will send the MCN the ad revenue check. MCN will take their cut for services rendered to the YouTuber.
Defy Media, just 2 years after raising $70 million and having a high of 400 employees, suddenly shut down after the company creditor seized its assets, causing an immediate shutdown.
So employees were told they no longer had jobs and a lot of creators weren't paid. Overall, it's reported that about $1.7 million was stolen from about 50 creators on YouTube. So this was like a big deal. I mean, it shut down and all these people were out of money and out of work.
Lawsuits have been filed against Defy Media. One is a class action lawsuit filed by a former employee. The suit claims that under federal and state law, Defy did not give the employees a 60-day written notice, and before the shutdown, thus they are owed 60 days of work pay.
Christopher Stewart and Heidi Olsen have sent us a statement. We'll play those.
We kind of have been shaken
by this story of this company closing, not because we find the way that we operate similar to it, but because of what we do is similar to it.
The general concept behind an MCN and the mission of Storytellers have some similarities in that both of us are here to serve story creators.
Storytellers is actually taking this as a really interesting opportunity because we now have this company to be able to learn from.
This has allowed us as a company time to sit back and evaluate what are the pitfalls that we could fall into and how do we avoid getting to the same place that Defy Media did and end up with all of our creators in the same spot that those YouTube creators found themselves in.
So as storytellers, we can keep something like that from happening to us and to you guys. If for some reason you woke up one morning and we were just gone out of nowhere, you wouldn't be the one biting the bullet for it. So we ask you guys as fellow creators and fellow storytellers to keep us accountable. Keep us accountable in the stories that we tell. Keep us accountable in the way that we run this company. Keep us accountable in the way we do our challenges. Keep us accountable in how we pay you guys.
We're all human. All of these traps are things that any of us could fall into. And we here at Storytellers are seeking to be a godly influence and a positive impact to the storytellers who come to us to ask for our services.
Remind us on a daily basis who it is we're serving and what our mission is. We're here to serve God first, and we're here to serve the Creator second.
If you have any questions, comments, ideas, concerns for Storytellers, or if you just see somewhere where we're going astray and want to hold us accountable, please reach out to us at storytellers@sctreehouse.com or join us on our creators pages on the Storytellers website, which is storytellers.sctreehouse.com.
So we're trying to build a body of storytellers that can act as the body of Christ and accomplish His plans and goals. So thank you so much. I hope that you guys all have a wonderful rest of your week and that you're able to tell some pretty great stories along the way.
Tell me, please, this deep question at 4:28 in the morning. What makes
Heather lost her brain. Due to this tragic loss, we will re-ask the question coherently. What draws you into a story?
Creativity. If you are cookie cutter and you do everything like everyone else does, then that's immediately going to turn me off. If you're like Pixar in the early days, initially you just realize this is something really creative that I haven't seen before. And that drew you in. Like Monsters, Inc. Monsters, Inc. is the prime example of just the creative breaking ground. Somebody sat down and thought, okay, you know how there are monsters in a closet? What if there really are monsters in a closet? That they have their own world, but they're not bad monsters. They just need to get screams so they can power up their city, and they'll have it's like a corporation where they work in their own little world, and people and monsters who are banished to world are banished from this world into your world, and it's just cool. That was a very creative idea. No one had thought about this before. Somebody actually thought of this up, and then they created this movie that was just brilliant. But it all started from that idea that nobody thought of before. So it all comes from being creative and not being like everybody else, and actually thinking of new ideas and making something creative and original instead of remaking your movies and basing it off novels and whatever. There you go. Heather.
I would agree with creativity, but I will say something else because Kelly already mentioned creativity. I would probably say relatability, but not to the situation per se, because I am a strong believer in relatable situations do not equate relatable characters. So Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I know I've mentioned this before, but the situation was not relatable. Do I look like I'm a Spider-Woman? No. I mean, what do you know? But no, I'm not. So I cannot relate to having superpowers, saving the city, swinging on, the buildings, but I find Miles to be relatable because of, I guess the general emotions of the situation, of him really wanting to fix the situation or find his niche. Relatability. and creativity, Ed.
This is going to be a little tough to describe. I think I'm going to say something along the lines of heart, or maybe just kind of feel good feeling. A movie that when I'm done watching it, like, I feel better than I did when I walked in. For me to feel better when I came out than when I went in, usually I am not watching something that is super intense, super sad, super, dramatic. Even if the kids healed of cancer in the end, if I spend an hour and a half wallowing in the sadness of cancer, I am not likely to walk away from that movie feeling better than when I walked in. And so for me personally, if there's too much wallowing, I just get bogged down.
I don't mind an intense movie per se. I want to focus on the happiness and the celebration at the very end.
Yeah.
For a little bit longer than 30 seconds. A visual representation could be like when you see there is a clip. I know you may not be into football, but the Green Bay Packers, the kicker kicks a field goal in, and it's to the song "My Heart Will Go On," and
It does work.
It's not silly as that.
but it's not. You should watch it, and for some reason you're like, "Though I can do anything. The world's an amazing place."
Because this is real life, and you're looking at how these people are reacting in this clip to making this field goal, winning an intense battle at the very last second. You just look at how everyone reacts, and the guy who kicked the field goal is like doubling over, like ah, and everybody else is like pulling him up, like yay. The whole sidelines, everybody is just erupting in ecstasy. I mean, this is just pleasant to see that kind of victory. If you can put that into your story. So something that makes me feel like I just saw Mason Crosby's game-winning field goal. I guess that's what I'm going for.
Thank you for watching the final edition of the February Media Roaming Storytellers videos. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below on any thoughts you may have.
What carries you away in a story?
Yeah, we'd like to know. Don't forget to join Storytellers if you aren't already. They have polls and discussions and all kinds of interesting things. So join Storytellers. Also, we are Media Roaming. We have a really good YouTube channel that you should totally go watch and support, subscribe, and like and share all of our videos. And do those things, and your life will be much improved. It's a guarantee, but yeah, if it doesn't, don't sue us, please. Yeah, thank you for watching, and we will see you all later. Bye.
Bye.